Hello, hello. I've got a little Court of Blades build I've been thoroughly enjoying, and I've run it to a lot of expert on both the Blood of Oryx from last week and this week's Zebu Wrath, Hive, Wrathborn, whatever they are. I've yet to extensively test it against the Savathun Brood just because we haven't had them in expert yet, and I've only been playing expert. But this has been an absolute joy, as well as putting up numbers comparable to the big juggernauts like Chaos Reach with geomags and good old Arc Titans doing whatever they want to do, really. They're just really busted. But so as this turns out. And the secret is this combination of weapons right here. We have a shoot to loot detonator beam unsworn. We have a Discord Afterlight. The successful warm-up's great, but I would rather Reservoir Burst. Um, successful warm-up's just the best one I've gotten so far. And then Finality's Augur to round it out. You could use a Dragon's Breath here, I imagine. I haven't tried it myself, but I guess it would do the same idea. But the general premise here is we have this turret, which will be raining down death on ads and bosses alike, just getting kills in general. And then we have this Discord fusion rifle. And what we've found out is that Discord can be procced while the weapon is out. So you put out your turret, you shoot some stuff with Unsworn, and then you bust out Afterlight, shooting that procs bait and switch for your turret, and any kill the turret gets, even while Afterlight is out, will keep Discord going. So you essentially have Discord going as long as your turret is going. And then you just put your turret back out, and it just continues forever. So you have permanent Discord, permanent turret, you have shoot to loot with detonator beam, and the trace rifle artifact mods in general, as well as the void artifact mods in general. This really goes crazy. We can also use swarmers to then further leverage horde shuttle and unraveling orbs for our unsworn, such that everything in the arena will be permanently unraveled, and threadlings are taking care of a large amount of the hectic ad clear just passively from you popping tangles or just general explosions. Things just work out nicely. You never have to use the linear part of this as well. You really only need to throw your turret out, focus fire the turret onto a boss or a group of important ads or whatever, and then let it do its thing. It's very simple. It runs in an extremely efficient loop. Shoot to loot and detonator beam is an absolute dream. I highly recommend it, no matter where you are. Just, oh man, it is a wonderful little treat. And here, we'll look at the aspects real quick. We got swarmers and a strand weapon, so we get a lot of these. Song of Flame, I can talk about for a second as well. The idea here is you're not really using it to just throw out all the abilities like crazy. And I've got plenty of examples of the two runs I have following this, but you pop Song of Flame, you have your turret up, and you're trying to only use the snap and shoot your fusion rifle or your trace rifle. That's the main idea. You just want to have the Song of Flame buff up as long as you can, because making quick weapons radiant, enhancing things, very, very good. Also, the solar and kinetic weapons scorch targets. That lets the turret scorch while it is active. And I'm thinking that it is causing ignites. I'm not able to pay attention too terribly closely because there's also the snaps going, which is definitely causing ignites. Uh, but the idea is just get as much mileage out of each activation as possible. So if you're in a position where you can snap, use snap, and don't use grenade. And if you're in a position where you can't use the snap, throw some grenades, but don't go crazy with it. Really just let that buff wear out and abuse the damage from your weapons. Because you can be firing 2 weapons at once, getting like big benefits. And then the fragments real quick, we just have a more this is just always great, especially with swarmers. You just do so much darkness damage, and your turret is doing so much light damage that you constantly have your abilities back. This lets us do more damage to everything because everything is darkness debuffed, because everything is unraveled constantly. So all of our solar abilities from Song of Flame will do more damage. We constantly have Devour going, so we get class ability energy, so we can stand in rifts more. It's very good for survivability, because things can get very dicey. Again, things get dicey. Damage resist, always good. And then more radiant. This also lets you get your Transcendence meter built extraordinarily quickly. You have just tons of strand damage from Threadlings and general stuff, as well as your Unsworn. And then Afterlight plus the Augur both just instantly fill up the light side. So you really can just pop Transcendence willy-nilly, keep it up as much as you want. It is very, very easy to build up. Your ult comes back almost every round, sometimes twice, because of the accelerate some rune, the rune where you do augments and you get your super energy back. Very important. But yeah, that's the general gist of it. Enjoy a couple runs of gameplay and maybe give it a shot yourself. Get off the super meta stuff and do something a little different. I'm certainly enjoying it. I hope you do too.